Clean as a newborn baby's bottom. Today on In the Woodyard, we've got wood to stack, we've got chunks to move, we've got wood to split, and we got debris. We got to get cleaned up. Here we go. So on yesterday's video, you saw Tyler and I, we split this remaining amount. We also did a full load over there that we got stacked. We threw all the cookies over here, and we just moved all of the locusts over here so that I can get that split. And I got all this debris to clean up because tomorrow he's coming back with his saws and we're going to do a bunch of cutting. He's bringing his 592. He's got an XPG heated handlebars. Not that we need them, but we're going to try it out. And so yeah, I got to get this area cleaned up because what I want to do is first, I think I'm going to pick out all these cookies and go put them in a cookie bin and get that cleaned up. Then I'll bring the tractor back over here and I will split the rest of this locust that's right here, because that I want to put way in the back in the corner, because I did not want to mix the locust in with the ash and the maple, because that stuff is like 50% dry already. In another month or two it'll be ready to burn, and the locust dries really slow, so similar to oak. So I want to get that split separate. It's real juicy wood, so I want to get that put in a different spot. And then all these chunks I got to get rid of so I can get that out of here. And I want to stack what's left in the trailer here. And then I got all this debris to get cleaned up in here, because we're going to be bringing a bunch of logs in here tomorrow, and we're going to do some cutting right in this area. And I'll bring some of the big tree service wood. I got a couple big chunks I put over there by the processor that are pretty big that could go through the processor, but we're just going to cut them with our big saws. We're going to have two 592s running at one time. That'll be pretty cool. So that's what's going to happen tomorrow. But right now I got work to do. I got to quit talking and get to work. Here we go. Guess what time it is, folks? It's raking time. I have this vast area the size of the frozen tundra here. It's a big area I've been working in. I got lots of sawdust, lots of bark, lots of chunks, lots of chips, all kinds of goodies that need to be picked up and deposited in the bank in the back. So as I'm looking at this, I'm just thinking, you know, I processed, I forget how many loads of tree service wood here. I must have done 3 or 4, and probably about, I'd say at least 1/3 of a truckload over there, stuff I brought over, the small stuff, which was a good, boy, had to be 4 or 5 full cords, plus the tree service wood. So I've now processed right in this area here, somewhere in the neighborhood of 8, 9 full cords, something like that. If I look at the rows that I've got behind the camera here, the stuff back here that's all stacked. And so that's how much debris I've produced. Not as much as what the processor would do, but still, I'm starting to think that, you know, maybe the processor's not so bad with the 12-way wedge, because a lot of the stuff that's here is little bitty chips, you know, that add up, but there's also a lot of bark, and that's bark that's coming off a lot of the ash trees, from dead ash trees. And the reason it's coming off is they're dead and they're drying out. And so yeah, that would have happened regardless, no matter where. And there's branches and things in here too. So who knows? Maybe I'll get to be happy. I'll get better at with the wedge and the processor. We'll find out in a couple days when I process again. But right now, I got to rake all this up and clean it up, because I want to stack wood, starting right where I'm standing, right here where I got this pallet. I'm going to go back farther this time. I'm going to go a whole another roll back, because I got space back here now, because over there I didn't. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to run 3 full cords, basically starting from right here and going all the way up to where the tractor is. So all the way over here, I'm going to be able to put 3 full cords in here, because the rows next to it here, this row here, the next row and the next row is just 2 full cords. They're 16 feet, but I'll be able to go out 24 feet now, because I went back farther and I can go out farther. So here we go, cleanup time. Clean as a newborn baby's bottom. There it is. I got it all raked up. That was a bunch of stuff. I would have like 5 buckets full, I think. There's a lot of stuff, and so it took me longer than I thought it was going to. But I got it done, and I backed up the trailer here, tipped it up so the stackage can happen. Right here's the pallet that we're going to put it on. And that's going to happen tomorrow, because I got an important phone call from one of the most important people on the planet, my daughter. Haven't seen her in a couple months. She came home early. I'm going to see her. That's it for tonight, folks. You know what to do. Poke the buttons. Tomorrow I'll be back here 5:30 a.m. with a new video for you. Between now and then, because you got nothing better to do, go to my channel and watch one of the over 800 videos. That'll give you something to do. Or you can watch them all. That'd be good too. See you tomorrow. Good night, Irene.